image of cash trees. Go figure, viewers, and go figure St. Lucia. 6 days after, or 5 days after today, the torrential rains, the trough system which devastated the north of the island. Could you imagine, viewers, that many streets in the capital city of Castries still looks like this? Still looks like this. This is Upper Jeremy Street. Outside, popular businesses, the stretch of entrepreneurs who operate right in that vicinity as well. We'll share only one, but there are numerous other streets like this as well. The corner of Singer, you have a pile of debris, Madam Mayor. It's in the heart of the city. I can't wrap this around my mind that you take it down now, Don. That we still have streets like these 5 days after. It's a hazard, Madam Mayor, and your good staff at the City Council. You have school children, and you could just see it on an afternoon. Sometimes you wonder where some of these people who hold the keys for the city and hold the keys for administrating our governance, because you could see it on a morning and you could see it on the afternoon. So it's not a makeup. People now have to skip through mud, and it's a hazard. The pavement is extremely slippery as well. It shouldn't, and it's just surprising that it's taken 5 days plus to clean up the streets. The tools within the CCC, and you have some hardworking, dedicated staff. So I guess all they're looking for is the guidance and for them to be instructed, because the staff don't just go doing what it is they want. They have schedules that are made for them. So you have the power washers at the CCC. Please, before Friday, let's go around. Let's remove ourselves from the comfort of the air-conditioned offices and let's go underground. It's visible, and you would see the streets. Engage some of the staff who are always committed. There was one gentleman in particular. Anything you say to him that requires assistance within the city, he could be on lunch, but he would stop and pause and attend to it. So we didn't want to be too hard on anybody, but after 5 days, I don't think we are hard at all. It's our corporate responsibility here to alert you that some of the streets still look that way, unfortunately, and we hope as soon as that it will be rectified. Thank you very much. We know it's going to be done before the end of today. It's not just that street, there's certain sections of Thursday Road as well that requires some attention. Thanks in advance, and we look forward to it not reoccurring. Yeah, I know. Thanks to that message, viewer. I know still some questions unanswered from the Ministry of Infrastructure. Hopefully, there's an update or some briefing next week on the plans for the Silton. Is it too late? What has happened so far? And what's the plan for the remainder of the Atlantic hurricane season and the remainder of the year? Are we desilting? Have we desilted? Hopefully, we will get an update as soon as. But the former government minister sharing a very interesting perspective during this week's edition of 2 Cent Tuesdays as well. The manner in which the desilting program is undertaken. You have heavy equipment at the riverbed, and according to him, it's a concern for environmentalists that you have that equipment pulling off the riverbed, so to speak. So we maybe need to revisit the manner in which the silting program is undertaken as well. But interesting times. There are a few more days before the Atlantic hurricane season concludes officially on November the 30th. But even outside of the hurricane season, we had evidence of inclement weather, which can pose a serious risk and a serious threat to us here in St. Lucia as well. So even outside of the hurricane season, continue to clean your drains in and around your homes cut the overhead branches as well, and then ensure that your various power and electrical lines are cleared. If you can't do it, you want to place the call into the necessary authorities so that they can be alerted and come to do what is really and truly their responsibility. Yeah, again, NEMO is encouraging donations. You know, a number of communities were affected last Sunday. So if you are able to, on St. Lucia and abroad, if you live in the diaspora and you're able to, you saw and you're exposed to the footage of the flooding, many people lost valuables, but for a number of families as well, they lost everything. So NEMO is appealing for contributions to the cause to help get some of these families back on their feet and back to some sort of normalcy. So if you are able to, please, we encourage you to make a donation and assist a family in need. Next week we'll continue our coverage on the national response and our recovery efforts, and we'll share with you the particular means that you can use to make your donations and your contributions. Big shout out to everybody who has donated and contributed thus far. The need is great, and we expect us to do the St. Lucian thing and assist our brothers and sisters in need. I know a number of communities, I know, right, are looking forward to exactly what government package will resemble, what the government relief package will look like, especially for the communities in the north of the island. The people need help, and they are asking questions which require answers at the soonest. That's the time we have on today's program. Next week, you want to join us for some educational, informative, and enlightening discourse. We begin the week Monday with the new head of the Bodley Correctional Facility. We have a delegation of St. Lucia